Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio. Nope, didn't think so. If there was, you would already been here, because it just came up just now. Anyway, if you haven't, your mother-in-law, or both. But you can also call us, and we'll talk you down as soon as the police, fire department, and the paramedics arrive. Then that may be interrupted at any time for emergency traffic. We don't have any of that, so for information on this net, please go to, if you need information. If you don't, ignore me. You can go to YouTube, type in my call, K4PEW, into the search block in YouTube, and you'll come up with a premiere of this little thing we got going here, and you can see my radio display, and you can hear I'm talking to if you can't hear them on your radio. So anyway, that's on YouTube, and then we have a regular website, 146415, 146415.net, simplex information, and we also have groups.io site for email distribution and sharing information, I should say. And that's in groups.io. Just do a search in there for MJSS, for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@awrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday nights. We've been doing that now for almost 7.5 years. We've amounted to doing lots of stuff here, but I guess the biggest thing was just getting so many people collected in one place and establishing simplex frequency where everybody feels comfortable to do everything from radio checks to annoy each other. Let's see what else we can tell you there. Oh yeah, we meet here at 146.415, and lots of other times there's people out here doing something. Purpose of the net is to have fun. Listen, you can hear you can find out who you can hear. You can find out who you can hear. And you can listen, like I said, on the YouTube feed, you can always hear who I'm talking to. But I always establish who I'm talking to by the call sign, usually the first name and call sign and their location. I don't know that I've ever had an exception to that, but it's important for those listening, because you can even not participate throughout, just by virtue of who I'm talking to and internet feed, figure out what's going on, what you can't hear and why you can't, or not why, but who you can't hear and where they are. But anyway, does anybody have any announcements? I don't have a darn thing other than got to remember, there is no, this coming Saturday, there's no breakfast. I think it's actually not next Saturday either, because today is the second Saturday. It's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday. And I'm not sure where we're going to have it, but in lieu of, I'll let you know. Pretty sure it's going to be Flat Tire Diner, but I'm not sure. I can't believe it's for February already, quite honestly. And some cautions out there for freezing rain, and it doesn't sound like it's going to get very nice out. Does anybody else have any announcements? All righty, thank you for that. Why don't I just say it for you, since I know unless it's not about the 10-meter net.
No, it is. Go ahead.
Very good. The Michael KM4YRF does a 10-meter net. It's the mid-10 10-meter net. 10 being Tennessee. Mid-10, it can't be a 10, mid-10, 10. But it's a mid-10 10-meter net on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. and it's on 28.415, the same frequency that we use tonight that we do following the 2-meter FM net. I just want to do a reminder on announcements here. To go to the groups and go to the messages, and we go to the poll. There's a poll in there. You can just hit on the poll. It's on the tree of stuff on the left-hand side of the directory. Just go to the poll. There's one poll. There's only been one ever on this site, and that's the one about which modes of radios, what modes you have in your shack right now. Not what you want to have, not what you used to have, not what you necessarily use all the time. Available to use in your shack. Anyway, it's a simple thing. We've got about 73 people who've already replied, and I'm sure there's a lot more that would want to, because we don't want to have to make fun of them. I don't even know who replied, except for myself. I know I did, but I can't tell because I set it up so it was anonymous. I don't care if they knew that, hey, I'd like to do some internet, I'd like to do some digital modes. Anyway, Yeah, if you do that, fill out that little poll. Easy thing to do, just check off the items you have, and pretty simple. It's not a test of your mental agility. So it set it up so it was simple. Any other announcements or corrections? All righty, well then we'll jump to number 767, if you can believe that. And we have, I think I have, well, aside from my I don't know how many we've actually done. We've done about, I'd say, 50, 100, close to 300 videos like this on YouTube. So there's a lot that's, I don't even know why we keep them up there, because who's going to go back and look at a net? I'm not sure that's worth anything. But we're eating up YouTube's storage space. Anyway, we're starting at that number 767. We're starting from the east. We'll be taking check-ins right now from those short on time. Please come in.
Show November 4, Foxtrot, Rick in Ashland City.
Hello, Rick. Still got that stockbroker thing going, watching time?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Everything going well with the baby? Well, I said, your baby, your grandbaby.
Yes, sir. Anyway, I'm going to try to make it for the 10 meter tonight. So I got to get some stuff done real quick.
All right. Sounds like a winner. That's a good, well, near Ashland City, I should say. A good signal tonight. That's Rick. Kilo November 4, Tango, Juliet, Foxtrot.
WB0 NOF.
Hello, Mark. Football season's over, isn't it?
I know. I'm still recovering from the crud. So I better get in while
Oh yeah. Well, I hope you feel better. I mean, did your wife still get spared from that?
she's had it too.
Man, oh man. Have you had a lot of visitors from your family or anything like that? Events?
We went out about 3 weeks ago to the cemetery.
Well, that's a pretty big crowd to be hanging out with, isn't it?
Actually, it was only about, and of course we went out to dinner too. So I don't know. I guess I think you're going to get it if you go out.
Well, I've been limiting my going out a lot, so especially in the crowded areas. Or you and your wife had to suffer through that, and I hope I can avoid it, but you never know. Just, yes. But anyway, I hope you and your wife feel better. Really, and I'm sorry you're going through this. It's hell to go through this at this age. Big deal.
Yeah, well, of course we've had 3 vaccinations apiece, and still got it. So beats the hell out of me. I don't know what they're shooting at our arms.
You make me laugh because it seems so evident that it's not really a vaccine. I'm not saying it isn't. I've heard so many people who've been vaccinated that I know who've got, the it's not funny. It's just funny that they seem to be telling us one thing and other things are happening that they didn't expect.
Yeah. Look who's in power. Then I better shut up.
I'm not sure it would have mattered. The whole process started under a different administration, and that's the ball got rolling there. And I'm not blaming the misinformation that's being presented across the board from what we're supposed to believe are authorities, parties. I'm not talking about any political party or any political candidate. I'm just saying we've got so much information from the so-called that nobody knows what to believe. And so, I got vaccinated, I'm trying to get, boom, and you still get it. And you go, wait a minute. Isn't this what we were supposed to avoid? Anyway.
Yep, I think we maybe have a convincer in there. But anyway, yeah, I agree. It is what it is. And luckily we're not too bad over here. A lot of folks have had it much worse. I'm still glad I got the vaccinations, I guess. What else can you say after that? Jump out, WB0
Yeah, very good, Mark. Was somebody else want to make a comment in there? All right. Comments are approved. You can jump in there. Opinions are. I'm not making this political. I'm just saying, it seems so weird. I've had lots of flu vaccines over the years. And I got vaccinated enough in the military that I don't even remember all the shots I got. There's so many. But because I traveled all over the world, so I was used to getting shots. But I'm just amazed at how befuddled I am. I'm amazed how befuddled the experts are about this whole process. Anyway, who else is short on time?
Whiskey did Smyrna.
See, there's another guy who got vaccinated and he's got the virus. How you doing there, Rick?
Good, good. Yep, we're both completely clear of COVID, so I guess we could go out and catch it again.
Says you know somebody who did catch it twice.
I don't want to hear it. Thank you, Paul, for doing that. So we'll get to somebody else, but we're well now. We're past the point we have both declared.
I think what you've been declared is to be lab monkeys. You know, this is a big giant test of humanity.
Strange, isn't it? Both viruses, the booster. Both shots, the booster, and we spoke. I discussed that. Go on with that. Thank you for doing it. 73 to everybody there, and we'll chat later. WV4D.
You got to follow the science. We'll catch you later, Ken. That's Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Ken in Smyrna. Who else is short on time? Well, we are starting from the east, so that's what we're going to do. Well, no, do we have any first-time check-ins before we go there? But we'll be starting from check-ins. All righty, we'll just start from the east then. Please come now. You're not going to believe this, James, but Richard beat you today.
He's a quick draw.
I think he could.
You got to do what you got to do, good. Saying that, that's a first.
It is. I think it is. How you doing there, Richard?
I'm fine. I'm wore out, but I'm glad today is my Friday. Catch up on some sleep tomorrow and tonight and all the rest of it. But everything's running good. She's feeling good, and we just hope everybody's doing well and staying dry and warm at this point in the game. 7-3 to everybody. Take care, and we'll catch you. I'll be back to net. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, very good, Richard. That's Richard, Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo. We checking in, Stephanie?
For SOR.
Very good. That was Richard and Stephanie, KI4SI in just west of downtown Lebanon. I heard James in there. What's up, James?
Just staying rain.
Yeah, I had one of those events where I went out to today and going down the interstate and realized my wipers are falling apart. At least one of them was on the driver's side. And so when I came back, I had to go out and spend 50.
Well, my wife's been doing all the driving. I just been doing stuff at home. Go get the mail out and all that.
Yeah, we'll get prepared to bust up some ice, I guess, from what I heard.
Yeah, I keep reading it. It's hard to keep up with.
Well, I don't really know. I haven't been following it. I just out once in a while, and if it gets icy, I can't go out at all.
Yeah, I just try not to slip down the driveway when I'm walking. I don't know how. I'm about 73 or 4. I can't remember now.
Well, I'll be 73 this year. I think you're a year older than me.
I'll be 74 this year, huh?
Not sure. I'd have to look it up myself. I don't know when your birthday is. What year were you born?
47.
All right, so you are 2 years older than me. So you'll be 47 to 20. Yeah, you'll be.
Oh, I better get my calculator back out.
Hey, it's just a number. As long as you feel we're all set. Anyway, that was James, and the family's good.
Yeah, they did pretty good, I guess.
Well, yeah. I got relatives, and that's the thing. You can pick your friends. You can't pick your relatives, can you?
That's right. We just have to, try to get out of the cold and all of that.
Yeah. And just hope everybody's healthy.
Relatively healthy.
All right. Well, very good. That was James here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel, India. Who else is east? Go ahead, Richard.
I don't know what James did down there, but it sounds like he was next door up here tonight. Usually, a lot of times I can't hardly hear the exception to the rule.
Oh, did you change anything in your setup there, James?
No, I'm still in this back room with an antenna inside the house.
You didn't tear down any exterior walls, did you?
No, I'm still at the same place. Well, it's working well, James. Take care. Back to this. Yeah, that's where it's at. You're real well, too.
Yeah, this must be good conditions tonight. Maybe the cold weather, denser air, and good thought. Anyway, anybody else east? Please come down.
Golf radio. Ray Fuck. Out Tucker's Crossroads, Lebanon.
All right, I'm going to take that last one first because it was like a 4-person pile up there.
Alpha Echo 4 Golf radio for Victor X-Ray Foxtrot. This is Philip out in Lebanon, Tucker's Crossroads.
All right, Philip, do me your man. I got dyslexic on that call. Then it's Alpha Echo 4, and then it's Golf Radio. What?
Yeah, this is Alpha Echo 4 Golf radio checking in. This is John over here in Lebanon, and I want to say hello to everyone. X-Ray Foxtrot.
Oh, okay. I heard an X-ray Foxtrot. That was from somebody else. I'm sorry, John. It's good. It's good to have you in there. How you doing tonight?
Real good, real good. Just kind of hanging in there and trying to set this radio up and get.
Very good. Well, hope to see you there. That's John in Lebanon, Alpha Echo 4 Golf Radio. Who is the X-ray Foxtrot station, please?
I'm out at Tucker's Crossroads. I'm right off the exit 245.
Oh, that's the one. And what's your what's the call again, please?
Kilo Oscar 4 X-Ray Foxtrot.
Oh, very good. Kilo Oscar 4 X-ray Foxtrot. What's the first name there? Have you checked in before?
No, this is the first time. This is Philip.
Very good, Philip. Good to have you in there. How'd you hear about the net?
Oh, I've been listening here for a couple of weeks. I've been checking in on the Wilson County net. The guys frequency in here, and I figured I'd come out here and see if I could pull you in tonight.
Oh yeah, no, you sound real good. You say you're mobile, right?
Yes, sir. I'm mobile.
Well, very good. And you said where are you mobile?
I'm out here at Tucker's Crossroads. I'm right off the exit 245 off of I-40.
Okay, Tucker's Cross. Very good. Yeah, you got a good signal in here. I'm in a good position for that area where I am in Mount Juliet because I'm at about the base of my antenna is at about 690 feet, I guess. So, and I don't know where Tucker's Crossroads sit, but I'm good to that area of the county.
Oh, well, good deal. I'm glad I can reach out to you guys. Be making some changes here. I may add an antenna up to my attic and see if I can't do even better.
Oh yeah, you're doing good at the moment. You really are. You're doing real fine, Philip. Anyway, that's Philip over at Tucker's Crossroads, Kilo Oscar 4 X-ray Foxtrot. That's the first time check in. Appreciate you being there, Philip. Who else is was just trying to check in on that quadruple train wreck?
K4DZ Earl and Noreen.
Hey Earl, you sound all right? You doing okay?
Yeah, doing well. Just staying a little bit busy and took a lazy rain day today.
Yeah, there wasn't much I could do outside. In fact, I didn't want to change the wipers on my car because it meant I was going to get wet doing it.
Yeah. Well, the dog enclosure delivered today. They didn't want to, but I told them that the weather's going to get worse and better, and they
How big is the enclosure?
It's a 8 by 12, I believe it is.
Neat. And it's in a fenced-in area, or you just have an enclosure for the dogs to go into?
Well, it's a kind of like a floor platform, and it's got a 4 foot doghouse shelter on one end of it, and it's got a fenced-in area on the other part of it. It's kind of like a storage building like thing, but it's got a doghouse and a roof and a fenced-in area.
Cool. I'm sure the dogs will appreciate that.
Yeah, I believe they will too. Well, they've been in it a little bit already today, so they get a little outside time, fresh air, instead of being cooped up in the house all the time and taken out on a leash to do whatever they need to do.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, they're getting tired of sitting around with you all day.
Yeah. Person can only take so much of that butt magnet thing, right?
Very good, Earl. Everything else going okay?
Yeah. Everything's second day of the second month of the year, and everything's steady as she goes. KD4 DZ73.
Yep, today's 2/2/22. Anyway, that's Earl in Noreen, just east of the Cedars 11 and Park. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is east?
Kilo 4 Echo Papa.
Hello, Zach. How are you?
Very well, Paul. I hope you and the rest of the men are well.
Yeah, you have a good signal, but your audio seems not very robust tonight.
Well, I could get back up in the microphone a little bit.
They're much better. I just like to point that out. I was reminded again myself. I was watching something. The hand with the microphone business. He was saying, he says, even with great microphone, a nice microphone here that's on a boom, he says you really need to be about 3 to 4 inches away from the mic maximum.
I agree with that. What it is, in my defense, I have recently bought a radio with a desk and all I got to do is just reach my hand out and push a button, and I'm loud and proud. So, but checking on this net, I have switched back to my previous radio. And like I said, I hope everybody is safe. Back to net control. K4QC.
Yeah, very good. That's Zach, Kilo 4 in Lafayette area. And it is a good signal, by the way, from Lafayette. It's just that the audio seemed a little low. Who else?
KB4 SFM.
Hey, Tom. Everything all right?
No. It's wintertime, and I'm cold, and just waiting for spring. KB4 SFM.
Well, you're warm and you're still breathing and taking solid food. I think it's a good day.
Maybe you're taking solid food. But no, everything's doing just fine here, and just looking forward to tomorrow. KB4 SFM.
Very good. That was Tom. He's in Martha. Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. Who else is east? Hello, stranger Eddie.
Hey, hope everybody's doing okay. And my shack, trying to clear out a few things. I might list some for sale if I get around to it. So thanks for doing that, and no traffic.
You've been telling me that clearing out your shack for about 6 years.
Well, I got some stuff I'm gonna sell. Thought about putting it on eBay and it on the email for the group.
Yeah, do that. That's a good reminder for everybody. If you got something to sell, enough of us have junk laying around where we jump at the chance to sell something off of our shelf. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray, and he's in Laverne. Laverne. He's in Gladeville. I don't know why I said Laverne. Sounded good though. X-ray, and that's Eddie. Who else is east or north? Hey, how you doing there, Frank?
Doing good, Paul. Thanks for doing that. Yep. I heard you talking to Mark about that stuff, and I was like, and then you said flu shot. Those shots are kind of like flu shots. It's not that they necessarily don't work. They just take a guess at what strain, and the strain keeps ahead of them. It's ahead of them faster than they can keep up. Is probably what's going.
I'm not even suggesting to you that I expect the flu shots to be perfect. I'm just not expecting it. I'm the information that they're giving seems to be hit and miss, and it seems to me they're not being very forthright. And they,
I know. Yeah, I don't. I know so many people that got every booster and everything, and they still got it. I any of them, and it affects everybody differently. And my brother got a lot sicker than I did. And you were talking about not to upset anybody that's had it already, but I know two people that have had it twice.
yeah, no, I'm not even making light of any of it. I mean, it's a very serious thing, as we know, and I do. Experts believe they're doing the right thing, but I don't know. The right thing didn't seem to be working.
No, I get it. Yeah, it is crazy. Like I had it. It messed me up for a couple of days. It was really hurting, but I just found out one of my coworkers, ex-coworkers, acquaintance of mine, his son died. He's 32nd one now in that age group. Again, I think he had some underlying, weight issues and stuff like that. But how like one person, it can't, our bodies, I guess, are different. It's just amazing. So, what? But luckily, the guys that I know, both times were very mild for them. One gentleman doesn't have twice, and the only reason he knew is he got tested. He went to the physical, and he's like, "Hey, can you check my blood?" And they're like, "Hey, you had it just a month ago," and he's like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Yeah, no, it's I don't think we'll know everything, or even I think we won't. What the heck happened? So it's one of those things. What the heck happened over the last few years? That's what they're going to be asking. And when they put all the information, compiled information, and hopefully it gets compiled in an accurate way, and they're going to learn an awful lot from.
Oh yeah, I guess and again, you gotta, if you can believe what they're to the same people. But I don't doubt this at all. They're basically calling it flu-rona now because there's people getting the variant and the flu at the same time.
Oh my gosh! You mean just like the seasonal flu?
Right, they're getting a double whammy. So now they're starting out with tests to test you both for both the flu and this coronavirus. This latest version. So because I had the flu once a long time ago, and boy, that messed me up. I was young. I thought I was gonna die. I didn't like the flu at all.
Yeah, I have had it. I'm inclined right now. I think Walgreens set up a program where people can just go over there and just give me the seasonal flu and let me get it over with.
Yeah, I don't know whatever I had when I was in fifth grade. I don't want that. Like I said, I never. That was so bad.
No, I understand, and I've had a seriously bad flu as an adult, and it's not fun. I had a one flu that I guess they call it an intestinal flu. It was horrible. I couldn't believe how bad it was. I lost like 10 pounds in 3 days. Just that I just think that I can't wait until this whole thing kind of rolls out. Hopefully, over the next, we can look back and go, okay, I'm glad that's over.
do that. I got nothing else. I'll give it back. Okay.
Very good, Frank. It's K4. That was KB9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. That's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Frank in the northwest. North. Nobody else east or north?
Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra Paul North.
Hey, Paul. You know that errant signal we keep hearing? Not. I haven't heard it today. Well, yeah, not today or this afternoon. You know the one we're talking about?
Yeah. Did you find anything?
Yeah, we kind of narrowed it down to a specific area, but we're now convinced that it's like just a goof. It's this thing. Because even I was up at 2 o'clock this morning, and I heard DTMF tones come in, and it was the same kind of DTMF tones I've heard from the same site. So it's random sometimes, and sometimes it's we had it the other night. It was every 2 minutes approximately that there was a transmission going on, and then there was other times where you just heard it's a little longer interval with DTMF tones. Sometimes there's indications, there's sound that sounds like digital modes on HF. And I don't think it's on purpose to play with us or to interfere with us. I just think somebody's got a goofy setup somewhere.
Is it always on this frequency, or people heard another one?
I have not heard it elsewhere. In fact, I kind of did that test looking around to see if I could. Well, first I went to see if it was like a cross banding problem over on from 70 centimeters. I went at the same time the guy was transmitting, or the thing was transmitting, I guess. Flat, 70 centimeters was flat. Now it could be cross banding from some, I don't know, and I didn't see anything else on 2 meters except for a few conversations. But yeah, you're right. It's an interesting problem to try to. And Brian up in Andersonville was very instrumental. The one night when it was really active, a couple of nights, last night, I forget which night, he went out and see where he could hear it the strongest, and he kind of narrowed it down to just south of Rivergate Mall.
Well, my radio's usually scanning when I'm not using it, so I'll have to park it here and see if I anything. But the only thing that I've biffed on is, I mean, like I said, I have one of these things called a USB sound card for your computer that links to the radio, and I've accidentally left it in the Vox position. I mean, anything comes out of the computer, it'll key up the radio and play it out. So part of my check, the thing's off.
Yeah, it's called Kill Domain in the House.
Yeah, and luckily it's only ever been like, weird bings and bongs and the fun little things Windows does to you.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't say I haven't made a few of those errors myself. Whereas, can you feel like an idiot when they happen?
Yeah, but I wonder if it's something like that, if it's just simple as somebody has some kind of radio and they just don't know that it's doing it. But I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know who it was. I guess you have to like go knock. Like, how do you even explain that to somebody?
Well, I tried, but I was hoping somebody might recognize the ham's voice because he never ID'd when I did hear him in a QSO, and in the little have an ID. So there's no way I'm going to know who that is unless it all of a sudden comes up as either a CW ID or it just gets it's. And I don't want to be make a job out of this thing,
I guess you could set up like a Vox activated recorder on your computer and just try to catch as much as you can and see if you learn anything.
Oh yeah, no, very much. And we've also talked about how we might be able to do a simple fox hunt using a few people in that area. If we could catch it on the night that it's active, using just handhelds. And Brian came up with a great idea. I had not heard of it before, but using it, you can use a handheld and just a regular, because I was joking around and saying, well, I could just make a little corner reflector. He goes, no, you don't need a corner reflector. He said, just get the aluminum inside, and you cut a slot in it, so you can just sit there and put the radio down. You can spin the slot around, to see where the signal's actually coming from.
Yeah, sure. I know a lot of guys that do like signal finding and stuff at like Super Bowl and all the different events and stuff. They'll use little Yagi antennas and use the backside. They'll look for the null, cancel out.
Yeah, no, it would be an interesting process. And like I said, I don't think the guy's being malicious, really. I don't think he is. But anyway, anything else for them?
No, no, just see the kids in Boy Scouts. He got his what they call it, the Pinewood Derby car kit. So we got a couple of weeks to try to come up with the fastest car here, I guess.
You remember? Oh, you're probably not old enough to remember. Forget what you call it. I guess a big. I would forget the right word I want to use there. It was a mess because 30, 40 years ago.
Scandals. There's a lot of information out there what you can try to get away. We're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna do it fun, and just try to do everything we can. But there's all tricks that I don't even think and everything to make the wheels spin better. I was like, all right, I could see that helping.
Yeah, make sure you. But you got to make sure your son shaves his head.
Aerodynamics.
No. One of the ones I remember from that scandal was they were using a metal post, that dropped down so that all the cars started at the same point. And somebody put a big magnet on the front. So when the post went down, it was like giving it the extra nudge on the takeoff.
They're hiding some iron in the wood there.
Yeah, that's the one I read. They might have had some other things in there too, but I just thought it was. You just don't expect Boy Scouts to be cheating, okay?
No, just grab a big old speaker magnet, walk around with it, make sure no one's got that one up their sleeve.
I'm with you. All right, well, very good. Yeah, they do have strict rules for the building of that, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, use what's in the kit. It has to be just under 5 ounces for maximum weight. No, no propulsion. But yeah, there's some basic rules, but it's pretty easy, I think, to do. But no, that's it. Thanks for doing the net, KC9ETS.
All right, very good. That was Paul here in Mount Juliet. Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra. Who else is north or east?
November 8th, November Hotel Tango.
Hello, Hayes. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Paul? Sitting in the truck. We got to start on the Pinewood Derby too myself with my own kids. Kind of funny that he was saying that.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a great back in the. And again, I'm older than you guys, but we had great fun in the 50s and 60s in the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, it was. My dad was. It's like my family was big into. I wasn't in Cub Scouts, but I was in Boy Scouts with my brother and all my dad and uncles were in there, and now my own kids are. And none of them are old enough for Boy Scouts. But next year, I think my oldest son wants to continue on with it. So.
Had a very active troop, and we had a very active council where I lived there in Niagara Falls, New York. You can develop one troop now. The town shrunk so much, but not only did they have a local campsite out in the county and in the mine operation. It was an open pit slate mine, and it was camping on those grounds. That was great, great. And a pond. I mean, it was full of water. And we also had we were the only. If you can imagine this, we were the only Boy Scout that had its own campsite in another country. We had property that, I don't know how they got it. They donated it or something. We had a property about Toronto up in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't think I've ever heard of them like that.
Well, they don't have it anymore. But excuse me, hold on. Excuse me. So no, it was neat because you go up there. You'd go up there for a full week. All your troops, all the people who wanted to go, they got a whole week up there with other troops. It was great fun because it was on a big lake up there, and it had all the amenities you want in a camp for boys with the canoes and the rowing and the swimming and all the stuff for merit badges. It was really a neat operation.
We went to Tiverton Canoe Base in Canada. You had to be, I think, at least 14 or 15 maybe to go to. A great trip. I'll never forget that. All a full week, nothing but canoeing and camping on islands, eating blueberries. And
They wouldn't let you do any fishing.
oh, there was some of that too. You got a cooking kit, and we had like the meals that we have are pretty
Oh, that's neat. That would be neat. Yeah. I've never done anything like that, but that would be awesome. Well, very good. Anything else for the net? Hey, it sounds like you're doing.
Yeah, eventually I'm working on that, but I'm kind of got my sights set on 10 meters, something better for 2 meters. But all the time. N8NHT in Hendersonville, Hayes.
Yep, that's very good. That's Hay, November 8th, November Hotel Tango. Anybody else north? Over to the west, please.
KM4YRF, Mike in Belshire.
Hey, Mike, what's going on with you?
Same old thing. Had a busy day at work today, and just relaxing tonight. That you're keeping count of who I can hear, and just chilling out.
Yeah, Sean. How long are you planning on working? Until you're 80?
I'm gonna work up until noon the day of my funeral.
Why don't you take a job at a funeral parlor then?
I may have to think about that. I'm really thinking seriously about cutting back some.
No, I'm just curious. I mean, I'm not ragging on you. I've enjoyed my retirement now for the last 11 years. It's awesome.
Well, when I retired from Grace Healthcare, I had neck surgery, and I was for about a month and a half, and that part was fine. But whenever I could get up and get around and stuff, man, I was ready to do something. I was bored.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta have something to do. Absolutely. Anyway, anything else for the net? I mean, how's your daughter doing?
Emily's doing good. She went back to the foot doctor, start putting a little weight on her foot, and build up to learn how to walk again.
Well, the stamina and the wherewithal to do it. So I wish her a good path there.
Okay, Paul, appreciate it. I guess I've got nothing else. So net control.
Very good. That's Michael. Michael's the one who does the 10-10, the mid-10, 10-meter net on Sunday nights. Don't forget to go there. 28.415 at 7:30. Who else? And it's Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is West?
It's mid-10 net. All right, Kilo Delta.
Hold on one second. I got Chris in there, but there was somebody in there before. Who was in there before Chris?
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike, Kilo Delta.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike, Kilo Delta. Is that Clint?
That'd be Doug.
I messed that up. I'm sorry. How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing well, trying to stay warm and hoping we don't get any of this nasty weather.
Well, the thing we need is ice on the roads.
Well, it could be worse. My son lives in Fort Wayne, and they're in the process of collecting about 12 to 15 inches up there tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. Yeah, it's no, I don't want to deal with that here.
No, I don't drive well in it, and I don't play well in it. Not anymore. When I was younger, it was a different story.
Yeah, I just as soon avoid it myself. In my retirement, I don't feel like getting in any big car wrecks. You know?
Just stay home and play radio.
Exactly. But you're doing all right otherwise, Doug?
Yeah, I'm planning my next POTA fiasco, hoping that the next one goes better than the first one.
Well, make sure to tell me the night before what the frequency is, and I'm sure we can get some people to connect it.
Yeah, that was poorly planned on my part. I should have, and it was really kind of a spur of the moment thing. I've been working on that antenna setup for a few days, and I got up the other morning. It was nice. The weather was nice. I said, why not give it a try? But yeah, I'll advertise better the next time, and I'm sure we can get it done.
Oh yeah, no, it's neat that you did that. I mean, it wasn't that, but I'm confident we can get some people in the middle of Tennessee to probably up in Kentucky as well.
Yeah, I have a few folks up in Kentucky I'll talk with, so I'll try to get a heads up to those guys and see what happens.
All right, well, very good, Doug. Glad to have you in there. Yeah, Doug was doing the parks on the air up at, what was the name of that park again? I forgot.
That was Cedar Hill Swamp Wildlife Management Area, but it is an official Parks on the Air location.
Oh, I got you. Cedar Hills. I love that swamp. When somebody throws a swamp at the end of a place, it says, "I don't think I want to go to a swamp." You know.
really is a swamp, and most of the swampland is dried up except for the part that's on private property. But a lot of people, you can think you can use rifles like rimfire for small game rabbits and squirrels and such.
Neat. Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Kilo Delta. He's going to let us know next time he goes out in the parks on the air on 2 meters or whatever frequency he's going to use. Chris, I hear you in there. Kilo in. Oh, did I say it's Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Kilo Delta? And he's in Greenbrier. Chris, how you doing?
Okay, how about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing all right.
Yeah, finally dry. Get stuff done. We're gonna be getting ice this weekend. I don't want to be doing stuff the last minute. Start getting bad tomorrow. Stay home if I need to. Yeah. I went over to Local Joe's, that place we're talking about. We went out to eat. Scope it out, see if that might be somewhere we can go for breakfast. They weren't open Saturday, so I guess that's a no on that. Bad. I didn't think it was great. It's okay. Little cafeteria type service. Strip mall over there, but yeah, if they're not open on Saturday, it's going to kind of ruin Saturday breakfast. Just want to check in and say, hey, hope everyone's doing well.
Very good, Chris. Yeah, what's the deal? Not open on Saturday morning's a good time. Lots of people.
I would have thought so too. Maybe it was just last weekend, but ended up going. They weren't open Saturday.
You say they were open Sunday?
Yeah, but not maybe to catch the after church crowd for lunch.
Oh, I got you. Just seems odd because that Flat Tire Diner was packed Saturday morning when we were there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, hot spot on the weekend. But, food's good. Service is usually good. So, I don't have a problem going back over there.
No, I'm with you. We'll figure it out. We don't have to mandatory place for us to be eating. I'm not going to be the arbiter of that. It's the only reason I didn't like. I say didn't like. It's not as suitable because it's isolated from anybody, so it shortens up the breakfast depending upon how busy they are.
I did like the barbecue place, but you keep going back to the same place and everybody. Hey, one other thing, I was talking with one of the guys on Bible Net the other day. He invited me up. I guess since they don't do it up at Ryan's anymore, since Ryan's closed. He said they're getting together every other weekend, on the even numbered months. First Saturday of the month, and this would be the weekend coming up. Saundersbury Park, Andersonville, Gallup, somewhere up there. So apparently they do it every other month. And, I didn't even know they were meeting again. I might try to go up there and check it out this weekend if the weather cooperates. Doesn't.
Yeah, no, it's they're at the Saunders. It's funny. It says everybody says Saunders, but actually look, the sign says Sanders, Sanders. But I thought it was Saunders too. Anyway, yeah, they've been meeting there for a while. I don't know the exact schedule. I haven't been in several months. Park. In fact, it's this Saturday. It's at 7:30, 8 o'clock. I just talked to one of the other guys who's going, and I'm gonna try to make it Saturday morning over there. Just seen in a while. Anyway, that was Chris, Kilo India 4. Man, I messed up your call. Give me the
Whiskey Bravo Zulu, Kilo India 4, Whiskey Bravo Zulu, and well, that may be the name of the park, but is the street name Saunders or is it Sanders too?
I think it's Sanders, but don't. It's because everybody said it was Saunders. Okay, it's Saunders. I'm good. What do I know? Then I look at the sign that says Sam. Anyway, yes, I'm sorry. I had written down instead of Zulu, which I know it's Zulu in my brain anyway, but I had written down Sierra instead. It didn't. Anyway, that was Chris, and he's in Old Hickory, or I forget now.
Contact garbage. Yeah. Yeah, for WBC clear. Y'all have a good night.
All right, very good. You have a good one, Chris, and that's KI4 WB.
Around here, it's Saunders area.
Oh no, I know. I just, but when you go up there, the sign up there says Sam DERS. It kind of was odd to me.
You always think it says that. Really says Saunders.
Well, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. All right, thanks, Tom. Who else is north or west?
Oh, hey, recheck.
Chris?
Hey, one thing I want to throw out there, if Eddie's still on frequency, I think this is the year they're supposed to start sales like eBay and all that stuff. The IRS, so if you're selling stuff online, so that would be beneficial to do local sales first. That way, keep it cash, not 99s or whatever they're going to be sending in for electronic payments.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is a good point. Everybody, you're funny is you're supposed to be reporting it to the state too.
Why would we report it to the state? We don't have state taxes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, sorry to interrupt. KI4 WBC clear.
Very good, Chris. I haven't. It was even on one of the forms I filled out with a state. Have you been selling anything? Have you sold anything online? Anything that was that? No, I don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway, who else is west? Please come on.
KG4, please.
Hey, Jack, we were looking for you. What, on the other net the other night?
Yeah, I ate my supper. I sat in my chair.
Oh my gosh! Did you know what you had to do? You know how you stop that? You cut the meal in half.
Said to Michael, I'm sorry I wasn't there Sunday night. Well, Rick said you was out spending your money. Deal. Oh, it's okay.
Oh, that's funny. He was out blowing it. Just wandering around, spend that $50.
You just burned a hole in my pocket.
Yeah, very good. Everything going okay?
I had my annual physical today, and then I got to visit with some of my friends that came down from Michigan. They just got married, and so they came to Nashville. So it was nice to meet the bride, and everything's good.
All right, fantastic. Very good. That's Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west? All right. I think there might have been a double in there, but I heard Jeff in there. Whiskey Yankee Ford Golf. How you doing, Jeff?
I able to stay up tonight and disappointed that I didn't fall asleep. So here I am. They're staying dry.
Awesome. The USPS hasn't been bothering you about a job, have they?
No. I'm not gonna be able to do that. It's just the bending over is gonna aggravate that thing, that inner ear problem again. So I'm just not gonna even bother with it.
No, I understand. It took my wife 20-something years to work her way into a job that wasn't physically obnoxious. Like it's even that what you were going to be doing, either mail handling, and handling large packages, and so she finally is in a job where she doesn't have to do all that kind of labor.
I wouldn't have stayed there that long anyway, but there's just something to do. But I figured, well, I don't need to do this because so what the heck, I just do it that way.
Yeah, I know. Well, as long as you feel good about it, I mean, as long as you can still keep active and kind of keep the ball rolling, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that. So that's not an issue.
Well, sometimes it's easy with a radio hobby. there's not a whole lot of physical exertion going on, you know. So it's easy to sit down and have fun for long periods of time, and that's it's a good way to get fat, dumb, and happy, you know.
Yeah, but I get tired of sitting, so I get up, move around some, but I've got plenty to do. I just gotta get up and do it. That's it. I'm finished.
All right. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, and that's Jeff, and he's in Edison. Who else is West?
KG4 CXE, Chris Adult.
Hey, Chris. Everything fat, dumb, and happy on your end?
Trying not to be either, but I guess it's easy to be the bad, right? But yeah, good. How about you?
Yeah, just trying to avoid work. It's great in this weather because I don't have to mow the lawn. I don't have to trim trees. I don't have to do much. I got other stuff I should be doing, but I can't go out and paint in this weather.
Yeah, I'm kind of on it. If you can hurry up and get winter over with, I'd appreciate it.
Well, I'll see what I can do. You haven't changed any of your antenna operations, have you?
No, still running the same stuff.
Well, it's going well.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think unfortunately I might be stuck indoors again, but it'll be in a better location.
You think that's going to come up this year?
Oh yeah, we're rolling the dice on a place, so we'll see how it goes.
Works out for you.
Thanks.
Very good. That was Chris in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, looking to improve in a home that doesn't have homeowners restrictions. Who else is West? West or South? Very good. How you doing there, Tony?
Any damn boat?
Oh yeah. Well, what do you tell the guys in the coal mines?
Any day above ground.
I'm sure you've seen those pictures of people who work in coal mines. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if you listen to the news, coal is now out of favor, and we're moving on to.
Yeah, I guess, but China's building like a coal plant every month, you know. So I don't know what the scoop is.
If they don't need our coal.
I don't know. I know they. Well, I don't know what they do. I really don't know the details on that. I just know that they get their coal from someplace, and I don't think they have to.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Anyway, but they, now anybody from West Virginia using enough coal.
Funny we mentioned coal, but I was just remembering this week that and where I grew up, all of the homes were coal burning. And well, some of them had been converted. And so one of them I saw on trash day was bushel baskets with ashes in it from the coal bins.
Been there, done that.
Yep. But you don't see that ever anymore.
No, I ain't got anything for the net, so I'm going to get out of the way and let other people say important.
Very good. That's Tony in Smyrna. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec in Smyrna. Who else is south?
And for a cat.
Hey, what's up, Drew?
Oh, I just got done watching the annual showing of Groundhog Day with the boys.
How did it go?
Fantastic. We watch it every year. They get a chuckle out of it, and I enjoy watching good old Bill Murray again.
Oh yeah, I love Bill Murray. You know, I heard somebody in a commentary, not heard, I saw somebody commentary. Instead of calling it a groundhog, he called it a ground beaver. He called it an earth beaver.
Yeah, he called it a lot of things in that movie.
Oh, very good. How's it going for you on your radio stuff?
We have a project going on Saturday. We're going to kill the master and every other breaker, try and figure out the source of the noise. It's pretty bad. 40 meters. We're getting F5 to F7 noise, so we have to get that figured out.
You really do think it's coming from inside your own home?
Got to
Oh no, I understand. Obviously you have to eliminate them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something that cropped up, so I do have questions as to where it's originating from. I had one person say that they believe it's an AC line issue. Well, if that's the case, I have to make sure I rule everything out on my side before I call the power company, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's no question about it. If you can isolate it by, like I said, killing the power and being on battery and you still got the problem, it's something external. There's no question. There wouldn't be any doubt about it at that point.
Yeah, we're going to go through and try and check a lot of boxes off to do elimination on Saturday.
Yeah, let me know how that works out. I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested too, and kind of the blind leading the blind. This is going to be our first endeavor trying to figure this out.
Yeah, my guess it is a power issue, but it's outside your home.
I don't know if that's a good answer or a bad answer.
Well, power companies are usually willing and able to fix those kind of problems.
But I'm sure it would be a lot easier if I find the originating source for them, so they can just walk up and say, "Yeah, this is it," and fix it, and drive off, right?
Yeah, you're right. That would be great. Now, sometimes I've heard that I haven't had it myself, but I hear the stories about it just being an insulator or a transformer problem, that kind of thing. And they just go, bam, okay, there you go, done.
Well, what's interesting is we used to have frequent power outages, but after the series of storms we've had through the past couple of years, thing out nicely, and we haven't lost power, but now I have this issue.
Huh. Interesting. Well, hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it. Like I said, keep us posted. I'm interested to know.
Absolutely. Have a great evening, K4VKX. Good talking with you.
Very good. Good. That's Drew over there in Belfast. Over in, I did it again. I want to say every time I come up with your name, I come up with Bellevue, and I know it's not Bellevue.
Oh, Paul Brownwood.
I know. It drives me crazy, really, because I so rarely get over in that area, and it is rare. And it's just that it's like a mental block. Anyway, that's for Victor Kilo X-ray. Who else is west or south?
KM4TM, Tom and Rockville.
Hey, Tom, what's up with you?
Oh, just a relaxing evening. Paul, two real quick things. Drew, with the noise issue, Drew, this is Tom in Rockville, KM4TM. I was plagued by terrible noise, S9 to 10 over, for months and months. And I finally found it. Long story short, it was an LED light and a ceiling fan light fixture. The actual fixture had 3 LEDs in it. Took them all out. So that's how I knew it was. Replaced them with brand new ones, and still no noise. So if you've got a lot of LED lighting, whether they're working fine or not, I would check. They are a source of noise when they go bad. Anyway, hey, next question, Paul, and this is kind of silly, and I'm embarrassed to ask it, but I was going to try to take the mode pole, the mode pole. I don't know if I say that right, but I'm on Groups.io, and I see the results of my votes. What am I supposed to click on that I'm missing?
Look at the lower left-hand corner of that poll, and it says vote or change your vote. It says either change your vote or vote. I forget.
I don't see that at all.
Somebody else jumped in there. What'd they say?
Comment.
Hey, go ahead.
I was just doing that there thing myself and whatnot, but I went did some if you go anyway, you gotta log in to do it. That's what I had to do anyway. If that's any help for anything, KE4DZ.
Yeah, he's probably right. You do have to log in.
Oh, okay. Well, I just saw the little link that you had on one of the net reminders. It said take the poll here, and here was highlighted, so I clicked on here and I went to this page, so, but I didn't log in.
No, I hear you, and that's what's funny to me is because when I go onto the site, I don't know, I've got it set for automatic login or something. Have you never logged into the site?
I don't guess I ever have.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, you're on the mailing list, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can be on the mailing list, not have actually interacted before. Maybe that's one of the reasons so many of the people haven't checked in because they don't realize they're not logged in.
Yeah, I have no idea you had to log in, but I have interacted before. Paul, let's see. I remember I sent the picture of the sunrise over my shack, so I have interacted, but I didn't know anything about logging in.
Huh. Yeah, because when I do that, hold on. When I look at it's automatic when I go, it just logs me in. I'm already logged in. I don't know. Maybe that's because once you log in, it'll always log in. But it shows the in the back one on the bottom left-hand corner, it says back to vote. That's what it says, back to vote.
Okay, well, the first thing I got to do is log in. It wants my email address and password and blah, blah, blah. I guess I need to do that before I can even go any further.
Yeah, I guess I haven't thought about that. I don't normally we don't have that much interaction there aside from the email issues, So, no, all right. Well, very good. No, that's not. Don't be embarrassed about that. It can be very confusing on that kind of stuff.
Okay, no problem. I will take care of that. Maybe tomorrow I'll get logged in and we'll get a vote in there. All right, that's about all I got for the group. Hope everybody is well and staying dry. And good evening, Paul. Thanks for the net, and we'll catch up with you again shortly. K4PEW KM410.
Yeah, very good. That was Tom, Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike, and Tom is in Rockville with a really big signal. Who else is south?
Comment.
Go ahead, Richard.
As far as the fellow with the noise is concerned, it can be something as simple as a wall wart. That I had that problem years ago with a fellow that was charging up an electric scooter for his grandchild, and the transformer in that charger was wacky, and it threw all kinds of bad signal on me for a very long time before I figured it out. But yeah, a wall wart can do it.
Yep, no, I hear you. Wall wart, LEDs, ballasts from fluorescent and/or neon lights will do it, and some other electronic type devices, signs, etc. Electronic, lighting signs. So yeah, it's a lot of things it can be. You're right.
I'm not sure anybody knew that or not, but anyway, just throwing my 2 cents worth in. 7:30 KI4SIB. Thank you.
Yeah, very good, Richard. Just John about what can cause all those crazy, noise problems on HF or on 2 meters for that matter. In fact, when I'm on 2 meters, I turn off all the fluorescence in the area. All right, anybody else south, please come down or anywhere?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hello, Larry. You doing well?
Doing good, man. Where's the next breakfast going to be?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be at the the Flat Tire Diner. That's the one because they have a really decent food, and I just hope it's not as busy as it was last week. They were short on help, so it made it a little more difficult. We could only stay. Maybe we were there 2 hours.
Okay, just thought I'd check on it. Hopefully the weather breaks by then.
Yeah, well, that'll be a week from Saturday. Not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday.
Yeah, that's the reason I think I hope the weather breaks. We'll let you get on with it. KE4SYB.
Very good. Larry's also in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Anybody else south or anywhere? South or anywhere?
KD4CVE, Greg and Antioch. No further traffic. See you on the flip side.
All right, that's Greg in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Wanting to push on to the 10 meter net. Anybody else before we move on?
And 4.
Very good. I've got Don in there, but there was also a double. But Don, go. What's up with you out there in Bon Aqua?
Hey, how are you here in Biscuit? Get the job interviews galore, and trying to decide if I want to take any of these ones yet. And that's it. I kind of just spending my day being a bum around the house and flip bums, too. It's a good gig while the money lasts. But yeah, everything's going good. Just just relax and enjoying the evening, and hopefully we don't get any ice up here tomorrow.
Yeah, I know it. I was at one time back in, gosh, it's a long time ago now, 30 years ago, I was out of work, and there was a just problem with the company I was working for. And I was out for I was working on it my fifth week or so without working. And I was into the mode. I do the things you do looking for a job, the normal things, but I also, I'd go to the gym, I'd go get coffee in the morning. And, my buddy says, "Do you have any luck with the work?" I go, "No, not yet. And the prospects at the moment are slim. So I made the second job."
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've only been unemployed once before, and that was like in my 20s. I was unemployed for about 3 months, and yeah, so it's been a while, and so yeah, I'm not used to this whole thing, but yeah, I want to enjoy it while it lasts. Like I said, I'll probably have a new gig for sure by the end of next week, if not Monday morning. So I got a couple people that are hot and heavy to get me, so hopefully it'll be a little bit of a bidding war salary wise goes, and maybe I get a few perks and thrown in, like paying for my cell phone or something like that.
Well, that'd be great. I'm hoping it works out for you. It's funny how the problem that I found in the industry, the industry I worked in, I don't think it's any different, is the more experience you have and the more abilities you have, it actually narrows down the field quite a bit. You just can't walk into a place and say, "Hey, can you give me a job?"
Yeah, exactly. I've been doing what I was doing for 25 years, so um, yeah. See, it's either stay in the field or completely change career paths. And I think I'm a little too old for that. So, but yeah, I didn't have any problems. I've been getting hits and all that stuff, so I'm not super concerned. One of these things will work out. As long as it doesn't. I got on top of everything else, I got picked for jury duty up here in Dixie County for the month of February. So as long as my jury duty doesn't conflict with my interviewing schedule, I'm pretty confident. And luckily this week I was not called, so I've got a clean slate. And on a side note to Drew there with the RFI problem, yeah, unplugging the mains is a good start. See if you still hear the noise. It'll give you trouble, running around your house, unplugging everything, and this way you'll know whether it's in your house or not. S9 and S10, it could be in your house. And there's a bunch of things it could be: wall warts, computer power supplies, LED lights, a bunch of stuff. But if you're in Brentwood, I think your electric company's probably going to, I think it's going to be Middle Tennessee Electric there. Is that, I think maybe. And once you find out where it is outside your house, they're Johnny on the spot. They came out to my house in Spring Hill when I was living down there, like the next day, and fixed it. And it ended up being a band insulator. So if that's your electric company, they're pretty Johnny on the spot about that kind of thing.
Yeah, very good, Don. Appreciate the feedback on that. It's November 4 Delta, Juliet Tango. Yeah, keep us posted on how you're doing. The real issue isn't, as long as the job fits your qualifications, that's good. But it's also just hopefully it's a good company, good people to work with.
Yeah, I don't want to get stuck in a situation I did now, and I knew it as soon as I walked in, and I was able to look through some of the pipeline for the company, and I was looking at the volume they were doing. I was like, oh, what did I get myself into? And I told the wife, I said, I don't know how long this game's going to last, but it got me out of the 20 plus year rut at the other company I was in. It got me on my way out, out of that mess, which I enjoyed my job. Once my company got taken over by the giant mega bank, I was not drinking the Kool-Aid with all the woke baloney they were doing. So it was sucking my soul. I had to leave. So that was a good thing about it.
Yeah, I hear you. I remember. I think you're just a little bit younger than me, but I remember when this all started. It was back in the '80s, and I was working for Honeywell, and we were. I don't know if the word was laughing or crying about the beginnings of this wokeism that was going on in corporations.
Yeah, well, I always this started in the summer of 1969. That's when things went wrong. We had two groups of people that year. The group of people that sent people to the moon, and we forgot about those people. And the people that were walling around in the mud at Woodstock, we put them in charge of the education system. And we've had like almost 3 generations of that nonsense now.
Yeah, you're right. There was that third group of people. They were at Chappaquiddick, though.
The Ted Kennedy School of Driving. Never mind, I'll drink and you drive.
No, I hate that was a tragedy, obviously. But anyway, no, you're right. We and what fascinated me about when we talk about how that generation was mostly taught, the people that were seasoned engineers at NASA, they all went to school in what you and I would now classify as substandard schools, because the teachers, none of them had master's degrees. Almost half of them didn't have bachelor's degrees. They went to what's called normal schools. It was a 1 or 2 year school to teach. It was simply for teachers, and a lot of state teachers colleges came out of those normal schools.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I hate to say this, but not everybody's cut out for college. And yeah, that's the thing. We put a big price on this, getting this college degree, and you're spending all this money, and unless you're in that elite club and you go to the elite school and you know the secret handshake, and you're the right family and the right connections, it's meaningless. I don't have a full degree, and I've done fine for myself. I've done really well for myself. Higher education is overrated in this country. I mean, certain fields you obviously need it, but not every people are smart little snowflakes. So, like George Carlin said, take your average intelligence and then realize that half the population is dumber than that.
No, you're right. Absolutely right. I like what Red Fox said about that. He said, there's only one thing that kept me out of college. It was high school.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was mostly self-taught. I mean, I did. Yeah, I muddled through. I'm the invisible student. I didn't go to my prom. I'm in no yearbook pictures. I just want to get the heck out, get my paper, and be done. And but I went to Catholic school, elementary school, and when I went to high school, it was like remedial for me. I'm like, I learned this in 7th grade. What are you talking about? So yeah, but I'll let you back in that, man. We're running late.
All right, very good. That was Don in Bon Aqua, November 4, Delta Juliet Tango. Anybody else south, west, east, or north, or anywhere?
Kilo Oscar 4, Tennessee Gulf X-ray.
Okay, so I really messed that writing that down. It's Kilo Oscar 4. Well, what was the rest of it?
Tango Gulf X-ray, TTX.
All over that one. How are you doing?
Doing well, Paul. Just wait for the net. Back to the net for you.
Yeah, very good, John. I'm sorry about that. It does. And for some reason, those TGX messes up my mind for some reason. Anyway, that's John. He's here in Mount Juliet. Or is it you go by John, or you go by another name?
Oh, John Clipping.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure. I had something stuck in my brain there, but it was wrong. Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray John here in Mount Juliet. Is there anybody else before we move on?
AC9 I am.
Hey, very good. How you doing, Steve? Good to have you in there.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how many people I can hear who I can't hear. What voting were you talking about before?
Oh, it was on our group's site. I put up a poll for what modes people have in their shacks. I'm just trying to figure out, what direction we would take on what kind of nets, who has fusion, who has digital, DMR, who has D-Star, etc. And plus HF modes, those kind of things. And that's what you're on that mailing list, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on a mailing list. I would say right off the bat that any kind of sideband on VHF is good, Jeff. A lot of people can't afford that stuff. They got just FM like me.
Oh no, that's correct. In fact, that's correct. And on that poll, let me go see. I just was looking at a minute ago. Out of this, only half the people who have checked into the poll actually have upper sideband on VHF UHF. Only half. No. And unless they have the HF capability, which is built into many of the Shack in the boxes.
Yeah, and I can receive stuff with other receivers, but I can't transfer on siphon on the stuff. I can't see the expense.
Oh no, absolutely. No, we're not trying to push in any one direction. Matter of fact, I was shocked to see that about half of the people, a little less than half of the people, have DMR capabilities. But I think that I should have segregated that because, and it's only with an HT and using a hotspot on their computer.
Yeah, see, that makes a big difference. Big difference. But it is easier to fool somebody than it is to convince somebody that they have been fooled. So, I've been listening, for quite a while, and I can't believe how lazy people are. But all they do is get their information from the mainstream media. They're not looking at information that's easily available, like the insurance company. For 2021, they started paying out so much money, they're going broke because all the people are dropping dead after they get injected.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly. So that's why I can't help but laugh at people that them. Most people will say, "Oh, you can't trust the government." Well, you've been trusting them for the past 2 years. All of a sudden, you think they're being honest with you? Really?
I think it's a combination of dishonesty and ignorance.
Right. But yeah, I'm not going to go into details, but I hope some people will start to think and start looking at information that's easily available to see what's going on here. So people are dropping dead everywhere. That's after they've been injected. That's not a coincidence. So information is the key right here. Turn that television off. I never watched it my whole life. All right, Paul, it's almost dinner time, but yeah, keep that in mind. It is easier to fool somebody than it is to convince them they have been fooled. 18
I think you're right, Steve. That was Steve. He's in Scottsville, Kentucky. Alpha Charlie 9. Before we move on. All right, we're going to move over right now, unless I hear a real loud objection to 28.415 upper sideband. 28.415 upper sideband. Any questions?
Yeah, how many check-ins did you have?
30, right on the nose.
40.
No, 30, 30.
30, thank you.
All right, very good. All right, who else? No, that's it. We're moving over to 28.415, K4PW.
You're 89.
This is K4PW, the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 28.415. Taking check-ins from the east. Please come now. I got you in there, Earl. You sound good. Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is east? Anybody else east or north? I got you in there, Frank. You sound good. There was somebody doubled with you. Who was the other party just now? Ah, very good. Alpha Echo 4 Golf Radio. You sound good on 10 meters. What are you using for an antenna there?
I'm talking on a Thunderbird antenna.
Oh, very good. No, it sounds good. How much power do you run?
Running about 80 watts.
Okay, you're doing good. We're doing very good. That was Alpha Echo 4 Golf Radio. And he's in Lebanon. Who else is, that was the first time check-in, I think, at 10 meters. Who else is east or north?
Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra.
Yep, you sound good there, Paul and Mount Juliet. Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra. Who else is north? Am I hearing somebody in there? I heard somebody. Nobody else can hear them?
Yes, I have been.
That's you, Greg?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, didn't think so. All right, turn up the volume a little bit. Is somebody out there north again, please?
volume up for K4 TV.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. Lock that VFO dial. All right. Anybody else north? Please come down. Was that you there, Alpha Charlie 9, India Mike? Is that you, Steve? Very good, Steve. I'm glad you got in there. It's a little low, but I am able to read you when I turn the volume up. If I was wearing headphones, it wouldn't be such a big problem. Very good. That was Steve up in Scottsville, Kentucky. Alpha Charlie 9, India Mike. Who else is north, east, north, or west?
Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot.
Very good, Rick. You sound fantastic tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man. You sound great.
Yeah, it must be great conditions in some directions. That's Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Rick in Ashland City. Who else is north or west?
KM4 YRF.
Oh, you just wanted to sound better than your brother, man. No, you sound good there, Michael. All right, who else? That was Michael. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else?
KG4 ILD Juliet Tango.
Okay, I got two in there. I had 4 India Lima Victor. That's Jack in Donaldson. I believe I heard the November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Was that you, Don? Very good. Good signal in there. That was from Don in Bon Aqua, November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Who else? East, north, or west?
KG4 CXC Chris.
Boy, we're having a big net tonight, I tell you, Chris. You run the full 100 on the radio for your antenna up in your ceiling?
Say again?
You run a full on that rig?
Oh yeah, full 100. Yeah, it's actually open towards setting out closer to a window, but yeah, it's just where that horizontal.
Cool. Anyway, that's Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, Chris in Donaldson. Any place, anywhere? North, south, east, or west? Anybody? Last call. All righty, we had 11 now. K4 PEW, last call on the 10-meter net. Please come down. All righty, that was 11. Appreciate everybody checking net. I think it was. I'll let other people judge that. And everybody have a good night. K4 PEW closing in there.